Gallagher's so relatable, man. They had to kill off the chillest guy in the entirety of the story. Like, I don't get that. Oh, bullets. Let me do something easy. I have to get lucky with the blessings, man. Actually, nah, I just want the points. I don't want to risk getting halfway through and then dying. Yeah, actually, this is pretty good. No. I do not know. I'll give it a shot. Whoa, game's already starting to lag. Don't know why. But, I mean, I guess. Nice. Nope. I always lose 50-50, so I'm not risking that. Should be free since it's the beginning. Yep. This should kill, right? This should kill. Huge. E1 S1 Robin showcase. Oh, wait, I might actually be able to do this shit. I tried doing this a little bit ago, and I kind of died because I got like shit blessings over and over again that were completely useless. That's not that good. Cosmic fragments, please. Oh my god. Hey Gabby, should I get E1 Tribby? I don't have her on unplayable. I only have Ruan and Sparkle and planning to get Sunday on a rerun. I don't know if you should get E1 Tribby because it really depends. If we're talking overall value, E1 Tribby is probably the most valuable harmony in the game. But, like, I don't know what DPS you're going for, you know what I'm saying? Like, if in the future, like, you end up pulling E1 Tribby, you end up pulling Sunday on his rerun, you're probably not going to be able to get casters unless you're a low spender or you spend money, so you can correct me there. But, I'd say for the near future, E1 Tribby is a safe investment. However, it really all depends. Like, are you going for casters? If you're going for casters, I just wait until in-game leaks are out, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I just wait until that. Then you can see, like, oh, then I go for, like, E1 Tribby or, like, Phanon even. Like, Phanon Maybe he ends up being 3.3. No one knows, man. Yeah, Casterus leaks are so messy. It's why I haven't made like a single fucking video on it. Like, it's just like, it's absolutely everywhere. Like, someone made a summary of her V0 kit. She gives res pen. She revives teammates. She gives damage boost. She does like a bajillion. Like, that 100% isn't making it into the actual in-game. Like, there's no way she also gives res pen just like Tribby. Then what the fuck is the point of Tribby on the team? Like, I'm not running Super Break, man. Please. I'll take it. Whatever. Who let the dog out? Nah, even if the leaks are true, Casterus doesn't have to be a dual DPS. That's not true at all. Like, the leakers have already said she can be ran duo DPS, but that the highest damage ceiling would be like My Day by himself or Casterus by herself. But the thing is, so what they could do, right? What they could do to make My Day and Casterus a duo DPS team is obviously you want Tribby because she's a max HP scaler and they benefit from high HP teammates. But if Hyacine is also a max HP scaler, then she can also get into like the quintuple digits in health. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something to where the healer Hyacine is also going to be a max HP scaler, then everybody on that team is going to be at nearly 10,000 HP. And that's probably going to benefit them quite a lot. Funny shit would be if she ended up being a support all the way, then she'd be around forever. The thing is, I don't think there's any way she'd be a support. This is more feels crafting, but like those animations for like the dragon and herself, I just don't see. I don't see it, man. Like I just don't see it. Those are the best animations, like attack animations in the entirety of the game. It's like so hard for me to believe that like that girl is gonna be a support. I think, personally, whale bait. I think that's what's going on. I think the duo DPS team will have the highest ceiling the more you invest in teammates' cost, right? Like, if you invest into an E1 or E2 S1 My Day, you invest into an E1 or E2 S1 Castrus, you invest into E1 Tribby, and then you probably invest in Eidolon or a Lycone into Hyacine, that will probably be the strongest team in the entirety of the game. But that's for like the whales, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I should have used ult first. I'm kind of autopiloting because I keep having to turn my head around. I don't believe those rerun banners are 100% true. No, they're not 100% true, but like currently they're accurate. I think something people misunderstand quite a lot in most cases, rerun leaks are actually accurate. It's just that they get changed. Like, reruns are the easiest thing for Hoyo to change. Like, the leakers predicted Luocha like a long ass time ago. And Luocha was pretty much confirmed for the rerun, and they even showed Luocha's banner art on the live stream. But then they just put it instead with Wohuo, because Wohuo works better with Aglaya. So it's like, if you pulled Aglaya, oh, now you can get Wohuo on the rerun, and you can get Wohuo for My Day. Like, they can literally, like, easily change reruns. Quake damage is literally useless. I do not have Avon on this account. Like, I hate this shit, man. I can't use any of these. Would Robin's attacks from her ult count towards this? Or am I tripping? I mean, it's still kind of useless, but like... I'm just going to go with this. There isn't anything else. Oh, the escapade domain. Escapade domain is pretty good. There it is. I'm currently lacking a good second DPS. I have Herda, Dill, EO, and Ratio. Who's EO? Should I wait for Castris or pull for Aglaya? I have Sunday E0S1, Robin E0S1. I'm gonna be honest, Nava. Are you using Robin for your Herda? Or is she just like on the back burner and you're using RMC for your Herda instead? This is useless for my team, right? Oh wait, this gives me E2 Robin. That's not useless. I can take E2 Robin. Yeah, I'd say wait for... Actually, no. Castris's endgame leaks will be out after Aglaya's banner ends, most likely. Not really. Third plus R. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to be honest. I think it's completely fine to go for Aglaya. In my opinion, in this case scenario, you pull for whoever you want. If you like Castris more and you're willing to wait for it, you go for Castris. But Aglaya with Robin plus E0S1 Sunday, that's good. Like, that is currently the strongest DPS team in the game. It will last you quite a long while, right? So I honestly think you can go with whoever you just like more. I think Castris probably will not use Robin. So your Robin would probably just be sitting in your account doing nothing if you have RMC on Herda and you're getting Castris as well. I don't think Castris is going to need Robin in the slightest. So I'd literally say just pull whoever you like more, in my opinion. Are we serious? Give me follow-up or error. Oh my god. Bro. Follow-up or erudition. Follow-up or erudition. How beautiful. What a beautiful day it is. I look outside. I see the sun shining its rays on me. And I'm just ever so thankful for the life I've been given. My god. I've got my day's relics and everything ready, so is his team. I'm gonna wait for Caster's videos. Yeah. Dog lost his mind. I mean, like, wow. Like, I only got abundance and remembrance. Like, I just can't, man. My blessing luck on Rob is complete shit for some reason. Like, this only ever happens when I'm on Rob. Like, I just get completely fucked over. Are you sad? No. I'm joking, guys. Don't worry. I'm not actually, like, depressed or something. Oh, my God. Got a guaranteed Lycone and character pool since I lost a 50-50 and 75. Been debating whether to get E1 Robin or pull for Tribby because pull for Harmony characters. Tribby depends. I mean, you do have Herda. And I do think E1 Tribby is, like, incredibly broken for the Herda. But the problem is, the second we go into another hunt meta, Tribby's E1 is equivalent to Robin's E1. Like, this game is so situational with how it shills the endgame towards certain characters. However, in, like, 3 target scenarios or 5 target scenarios, Herda will probably benefit massively from E1 Tribby. But the thing is, you're lacking a second DPS. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was turning my head to read your chat at the exact same time. You're lacking a second DPS, and I think it would be more fun for you to pull a new DPS and play with a new comp than it would to keep pulling more harmonies. You know what I'm saying? Or pulling for, like, a Robin E1. Just wait for Castris. He can't wait for Castris, or she can't wait for Castris. That's the issue. By the time Castris, like, V1 leaks are out for, like, in-game, Aglaya's banner will probably be gone. Like, we usually get V1 leaks hours, like a few hours before the actual version drops. That's like the pickle here. Like, he or she can't exactly choose. Like, imagine someone having recommended My Day, and it's like, let's say My Day, right? The leakers were calling My Day a numerical beast, when this man is both weaker than Herda and Aglaya. Like, you could, like, if he trusts just text leaks, he might get fucked over in terms of, like, what DPS is better value. Like, My Day's that numerical beast, man. Oh my god, he just does insane numbers. Like, do you think Castris will be as broken as Acheron was at release? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Oh, really, Tippy? I mean, I guess, but, like, it's just too close, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little too close for comfort at that point. Supplying My Day's a total waste? No. Not No. He's not the strongest DPS in the game. That doesn't mean he's a total waste. If you want me to be honest, at E0S0, Hoyo designed his light cone and his E1 and his E2 to all be like incredibly bait. Like, it's genuinely like crazy bait for his light cone and Eidolons. At E0S0 though, he's still stronger than everyone else not named Herda and Aglaya. Like, that's really all that matters at the end of the day. Now, if we're talking objectively, right, value-wise, I don't think Maiday's that good of a pull. I think he's a fine pull, especially if you're maybe looking for that second DPS comp on your account, or you're a new account and you're starting off, right? Like, I myself have considered vertically investing in Maiday on Rob if Castris does not impress me enough. Because I genuinely like Maiday's design, like, a lot. But objectively, he is right before Castris, who will probably be the better HP scaler in all honesty. Then after that, there are new sustains like Hyacine and the Preservation Danheng. Phanon should also be dropping between 3.3 or 3.4. So it's like, you know, if you're willing to skip a patch, I do think it's probably better to skip him unless you like him, right? Unless you like him. Do you think Tribby will provide more value long-term than Robin or Sunday? Robin, yes. Sunday, no. The problem with Sunday is until another team buffer or better buffer than Sunday releases, that man has way too good of value. Especially with the light cone. Because let's say there is a better buffer that comes in the future, right? With his light cone, he is still the most skill point friendly like character in the entirety of the game. Like, he has a value that Sparkle used to have. However, Sparkle was like all in on the skill point gimmick. Sunday has a lot more to him than just the skill point gimmick. Like, he's probably going to be best in slot with damn near every single Remembrance DPS in this entire game, if we're all being honest. I mean, I wouldn't take leaks about Maiday being Phanon's best in slot teammate seriously, but if you are going for his E1S1, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't even matter if he's not Phanon's best in slot teammate. E1S1 Maiday is a completely different beast. Like, it's a completely different story. Oh yeah, Tribby. You know what I think will happen? I think Robin will probably go back down to T0.5 for Pure Fiction. And Tribby will be the only T0 support for Pure Fiction. Because, like, it's not even Glaze, like, at all. If you just look at any Tribby and Pure Fiction showcase video, she is just, oh my god, like, it's genuinely disgusting. Oh, whoops. Why would my day be Phanon best in slot? I think the reason there's rumors around that is Phanon is rumored to be the Emanator of destruction, and Emanators are always stronger with other characters of the same path. So people were probably assuming that because Maiday's the newest destruction character, and obviously the strongest one, that he'd probably be like someone you slot in there. And then maybe you run like duo DPS, Maiday plus Phanon, and then you have Tribby there as the team buffer plus a sustain. Like probably something like that. I doubt he is an emanator of anything. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we did get a leak a little bit ago that we were supposed to get another 2 emanators within the Euphoria story. So this very obviously implies Phanon plus Cyrene. Those would be the 2 emanators of Euphorius. One remembrance, one destruction. It just depends. Isn't tribute first? No. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing because I've had to answer this a lot of times. Tribby barely does anything for HP scaling characters, okay? She is HP scaling herself, but like there isn't necessarily anything special that she gives to HP scaling characters. HP scaling characters sometimes can benefit more from having Tribby on their team by like Castress, for example. Leakers are saying Castress does more damage depending on how much HP she drains from her teammates. So someone like Tribby, who you run on like very, very high health, and Castress drains a lot from Tribby, that would increase her overall damage. However, she doesn't have anything that directly buffs any HP scalers. These are all follow-up ones. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. I really don't want my day to be best in slot for Phanon. I can't afford all these units. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but honestly, if my day were best in slot for Phanon, this would genuinely be the best case scenario we've seen the entirety of 3.x so far. Because currently, we have like Castress plus my day plus Tribby plus Hyacine, which is the worst case scenario, or Castress plus Sunday Rerun plus Hyacine. And for Herda, you have Herda in 3.0, Tribby in 3.1, Anoxa in 3.2, probably Hyacine in like 3.3. So that's 4 in a row. Like, my day and Phanon would be getting off the best in terms of, you know, patch difference, since Phanon is supposed to be 3.3 or 3.4. Have you tried the new MOC yet? I streamed it yesterday. I already finished it. So, because of my video that I just made about horizontal versus vertical investment, there was someone in my comments that said they couldn't clear with an E0 S1 Acheron. And I was confused. So I did E0 S1 Acheron off stream on Nikador, and I got a 5 cycle. So, yeah. I don't have Zhao Cho. If I had Zhao Cho, it would have been way better than 5 cycles, but I just don't have Zhao Cho on my account. There's nothing I can do about that. Probably because of Jiao Q? No, I don't have Jiao Qiu on my main account. I used E0 S0 Silverwolf and E0 S0 Avin on trend. By the way, I looked at it afterwards. My Pela was missing a relic piece, and she was at like 140 speed, no eagle. Silverwolf was like 135, and Avin was 124. And then my Acheron is like incredibly like shitty, bro. My Acheron's body piece doesn't have a single crit roll on it, and I have 2 relic pieces that only have 1 crit roll on them. Like, it's so fucking bad, man. I think I can break the monkey with Gallagher. Huge. There's the follow-up. Isn't she E1 though? Yeah, but okay, E1 Acheron is ass. Can we all be honest here? It's literally just crit rate. That's all it is, okay? If you had an E0 Acheron with actual double crit stats on every piece and like 2 crit rolls on the body, it would be equivalent to my E1 Acheron. Like, it just isn't it's like so easy to beat my Acheron's like relic quality. Vertical investment seems like a waste since Acheron still survived for like 7 months. It's been a lot longer than 7 months, Kokoro. Acheron is almost a year old. She's over 10 months old at this point. Like, that's why I don't get it. Like, everybody in my comments of that video is saying, oh, vertical investment is better because my characters don't stop clearing the end game after like 1 or 2 months. And it's like, bro, Acheron has been out 10.5 months, almost a year. Firefly at E0 with Fugue plus Ruan Mei. That's also clearing endgame. She's also like nearly as old. Like, horizontal investment is not that bad. Like, especially because horizontal investment allows you to have significantly more pulls left over than saving 2 or 3 patches without pulling anything. So you can go like E2 into a character or have like a full E0 S1 roster. Like, you could have literally pulled E0 S0 Herda with a free to play team and cleared endgame in like 2 or 3 cycles. Like, I prefer this one. Wait, how many cosmic fragments? Oh, I will not have that many. I do not have that many. My Fei Xiao team has helped me win all the MOC since I got her. All our E0S1 except Aventurine. Yeah. Like, my Fei Xiao team too. I used my Fei Xiao against the Swarm Bug, who, by the way, does not have a wind weakness, right? Fei Xiao, E0, S1 with Ratio's Lycone, but Ratio's Lycone isn't being fully utilized because I don't have Mo's to put on debuffs. And then I have March 7th, E0S0 Avin and E0S0 Robin. And I got 5 cycles with Fei Xiao. It could have been even better. Oh, fuck. I thought I could like fully abuse this for a second until I saw the no boss domain. Oh, whatever, whatever. Sure. This MOC is tough. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying it's tougher than usual. The reason I didn't feel it as much was because cough cough E2S1 Herda, but yeah. Hmm. Do you think Herda, Anoxa, and Robin will be good? Probably. Anoxa uses attack, so you could use Robin instead of Tribby. It would probably be like the next best option if you don't have Tribby, so yeah. Give me the special prize. Give me the special prize. Give me the special prize. Come on, give it to us. Give it to us, man. Isn't this the one that gives you more damage based on your cosmic fragments? Yep. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Bait, man. It's just always bait. MOC 10 was, I don't know. Yeah, that MOC 10, what's his name? Fuck it. I'm just going to call him Nikador. The, like, lower version of Nikador was actually harder than the MOC 12 one because he didn't have any mechanics at all. Oh my god, absolutely huge. Um, my bad. I actually can't clear Aventurine on enough of a good time on MOC 11 2-star on there. Oh, really? What did I do for... Oh, I used Herda. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Like, I'm really happy with my E2S1 Herda, but like, whenever I have an issue, I just slap her on there and then she just completely destroys everything. So it's hard for me to relate with people who do not have E2S1 Herda. Like, until I get robbed to actually be able to hit, like, later MOC, like, it's kind of hard to relate. Do you think there's even a chance Cyrene would be the first support Emanator? I don't know anymore. Originally, I did think so. However, according to recent leaks, leakers have been like pointing towards Cyrene actually being a DPS and like her getting best in slot supports down the line. So like I genuinely think she might be a DPS. Like they might not make a single Emanator a support. I watched a 4-star only clear on Nikador. Really? That must have some crazy ass relic quality. Or is it relatable? I doubt it's relatable, but like in case it is, I could low-key use that on Rob. Robin. Like, no A6 traces. Oh, frustrating. If Siren is not the true damage support, who the fuck is it gonna be? A. March 7th. A. All I'm saying. Did it just give Mimi the damage boost? Are we serious? Emanator of Abundance or Harmony should be support? I mean, I can see that, yeah. If I'm being honest, I just want an Emanator that's a support. Because if you think about it, like, just look at how broken supports already are in this game and how universal they are. If we got a Emanator for support, like, they probably last, like, even longer and be even better. Like, that's kind of what I was hoping for. Hyper carry mem, let's go. Holy burb damage. What do we think of the fake? I mean, I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie. I do not care. I mean, I saw some people saying that Archer was a, what's it called? A 4-star in FGO. So it actually makes sense for him to be a 4-star in this game. And that Saber being the, like, you know, 5-star actually makes more sense because she's 5-star in FGO as well.
You're tired. Just find a place to sit down for
a while. No, Rin, I'm literally sleeping on the collab. Yeah, I thought the collab would end up being a lot bigger than what it actually was, but I guess not. I guess not. Whoops. Nice. Relic fragments. I can really use those. I can't spend it. I need to wait for the Remembrance Light Cone to come out. I need the Remembrance Light Cone for RMC or Hyacine. I actually think that Remembrance Light Cone might actually be for Hyacine in the future. I could be wrong though. 111 pulls. 16% speed is too goated? Yeah, I actually thought it was 12% until I realized, like, wait, it's 16? Like, I can actually use this. Alright, I think I have. Yeah, I'm overcapping on energy like crazy. Yeah. Oh, what do I want to farm? What do I want to farm? I actually don't know what I want to farm. I think I'm just gonna farm traces. Yeah. I'm gonna farm traces for so I can get Robin maxed when I hit the level 60 threshold. Is E1 my day a huge upgrade to his damage? I'd get the light cone over the E1, but yes. Oh wait. Oh, fuck. Already ran out of skill points. It's kind of funny that all the comments complaining about Archer being a 4-star got locked. What does that mean? Like, does YouTube like block them or something? Comments locked on the leak Reddit. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I cannot. Do you think they will release in the future a dedicated support for casters? I think the dedicated support for the max HP scalers will just be a healer who increases max HP. So like the one who's most likely to obviously do this is Hyacine. Like realistically, it's probably Hyacine, but it could be like any other sustain. Like a max HP scaling sustain that also increases teammates max HP would probably be the best in slot support, so-called support for Casterus and My Day. Because like people need to understand that for the HP scalers, increasing max HP is genuinely like a crazy buff. Like it's an absolutely insane buff. Like if you look at the 3.1 MOC, the buff for My Day has or is giving a 30% max HP increase, I think, which makes his damage like 30% like overall stronger. So if they just give that to Hyacine, then yeah, that would probably be the best in slot support for them. Like it'd literally be a fugue situation all over again, where they put a mechanic into the MOC buff and then put that mechanic into Fugue's kit. Like I feel like they might do the exact same thing with Hyacine. Does this mean my E4 Bailu will be meta? 100%, man. 100%. Am I missing crits on my Herda, man? I mean, it makes sense because I'm not using RMC. So she's not getting 90 over 90 crit rate, but yeah, but Lynx's healing is complete shit, Hirokumada. Like, it's complete shit. Like, according to the leakers, Castris drains team-wide HP, and she does it, like, really, really fast. And according to them, unless you're in Divergent universe, the only optimal sustain for Castris is Hyacine. I bet Luocha on attack boots is enough. Not even Ling Sha? Probably not. Since Ling Sha only gets like that one emergency heal like once. When a character is like 50% HP or something. Like, Ling Sha's healing isn't really anything exceptional, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's decent, but when you're talking about these max HP scalers who are hitting up to 10k health, and they're draining like 5k in a single turn, like, Ling Sha is just not keeping up, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, My Day, the reason My Day is fine is because My Day only drains his own HP, right? Like, if My Day's the only one that drains his HP, and he restores his HP, it's like, oh, it's fine. But Castris drains the entire team's HP, which is the actual issue. Like, pretty much every time she takes her turn, or probably when Pollux takes a turn, like, you're getting your team's HP drained. If Castris is as cracked on Acheron on release, just zero cycle, who needs a sustain? I mean, that applies to, like, anyone these days, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Herda can zero cycle, Aglaia can zero cycle with a sustain, Maide can zero cycle with a sustain as well. Like, it's not exactly, like, that impressive for new DPSs to zero cycle their MOC. I just want the beta to be out. Beta should be out soon, right? Like 7 or 8 days. Like, only a week around there. Just gotta be patient. They will probably put the characters' buffs on the beta too. Maybe. The thing is, I don't know how they're gonna go about buffing characters. I would be glad, right? Like, me personally, as a non-Jiaoqiu Silver Wolf haver on my main account, if they actually made Silver Wolf AoE, I'd be really happy. Like, that would make her better than Pela for Acheron. which would be nice because I just don't have Zhao Cho. And I don't think they're running that guy anytime soon. I'd rather just get a new comp instead. Oh, by the way, guys, if you were like skeptical on my like Whoa being 2 patches before Hyacine, kind of hinting at Whoa like being done over, she's also wind. Like her element changed from physical to wind, so now Hyacine should be a wind healer. I'm not gonna lie, if she gives energy, like it's 100% possible Hyacine gives energy too. By the way, like if they don't give her max HP scaling, they can straight up just give her energy, because both Castris and Maide use energy for their ults. Like it's genuinely completely possible we get a wind healer with better like an ER for teammates than Huo in 3.3. Or she does both. Yeah, there's that too. She could do both. Yeah. Um yeah. It would be a little too broken in my opinion to make her do both though. So I think they'd only want her to specialize in one, because the leakers gave us like a list of the rumored paths that we're supposed to get in Amphorius, like the rest of 3.x. And apparently we might have like 4 to 5 abundances coming up. So, yeah. No, they won't make it a single ally, Rokumata. I don't think they'll ever do that again. No, I don't think they'll make single ally healing anymore. At least for like a limited healer. Like, it would literally make no sense to release Hyacine, who only heals one ally at a time, when Castoris is like draining entire team's HP. Oh, the energy. Oh, yeah. That's a good point, Hirokumata. Yes, yes. They could. They actually could do that. Instead of 20% energy for like all allies, like make it like 40 to 50% for one. That could be pretty interesting. Now, I think this would make Huohuo still better, specifically, right? Specifically in Robin plus Sunday comps, since they both want more energy to benefit from like their Lycones or Robin's ult. But that could 100% happen. Yeah, we also have a preservation. Like we also have preservation. Like that doesn't include preservation Don Hung, by the way. Preservation Don Hung should be 3.4, and then it's like 5 abundances plus Remembrance Hyacine. One of those abundances, I actually don't know. I was gonna say Rekka, but I'm pretty sure Rekka's supposed to be Remembrance too. So we're getting 2 Remembrance healers, possibly 5 abundances, and a Preservation Don Hung. It also said 5 Nihility. Nice, Nessa. Yeah. Like, that's why I went so hard on telling people not to pull Huo. Like, inevitably, I am a content creator and I'm always going to face this shit, but, like, people can never look a few patches ahead sometimes, man. Like, they really, really can't. And you really have to remind them over and over again, like, bro, 2 or 3 patches, we're getting a new sustain. Next patch after that, we're getting another sustain. You know what? The entirety of 3.x, we're getting like 7 or 8 sustains. Like, why would you pull for a reran 1.x sustain? You know what I'm saying? They want to make double sustain meta so hard, It could work too, Irokumata. Like, I don't think it would work for, like, what's it called? I don't think it would work outside of a max HP scaling team, but for an HP scaling team, it genuinely could work. Like 100%. Like I could see that in the future where you could run like dual sustain with Castris plus My Day, or you run dual sustain plus support plus an max HP scaler, and they just go absolutely nuts. That's funny, Yuri. Yeah, I always just run around randomly because, not gonna lie, at least on my Rob account, there isn't anything to do. And I've already play tested the MOC off stream a lot on my main. So, yeah. Dot returns? Possibly, yeah. Maybe a new Acheron best in slot support. Maybe a new dot meta, cough cough Heislands. That's probably going to be the actual dot meta. She's rumored, I think, 3.6, which is pretty far away, but hey, dot copers finally have something. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't think you're going to want Kafka or Black Swan for the new dot meta at all. But, hey, if you like dot, you like dot, alright? Don't be connected to the characters. Be connected to the archetype. Docron Revive would be funny as shit. It's genuinely possible with Heislands. According to the leakers, Heislands is both a detonator and like a stacker slash like debuff. Like, basically, how Castris is being like hyped up currently is how Heislands is also being hyped up. Like she's a mix of Kafka plus Black Swan. Turning overheal into damage is an interesting concept because they're doing something similar to it with. Yeah, exactly. Like they could do that too. My Day's E2 makes overheal turn into charge for him, allowing him to do his Godslayer or enter his Vendetta earlier. So yeah, that's also something they could do where like if you overheal characters, they also get like some type of increase in like damage or something. Hoyo desperately trying to keep Acheron relevant by releasing 5 Acheron supports. I mean, I think Acheron is fine if you have Zhao Q. I do have to say, without Zhao Q, I barely squeezed like a 4 or 5 cycle with Acheron. But I think with Zhao Q, like anyone who has Zhao Q plus Acheron is safe. Blade might be decent with Castris. I don't think so, actually. I don't think so at all. Like, a lot of people have been saying that, but, like, it would just be better to slot in another support and run her hyper carry than it would to be, like, running Blade. Like, you have to keep in mind, if the leakers are saying that the damage ceiling for Castris is higher in hyper carry and not with My Day, and keep in mind, My Day at E0S0 is stronger than an E6S1 Blade. Like, it's highly, highly unlikely Blade will be worth at all putting into a Castris team. Like, it'd literally just be better to just slot in another support instead. Like, My Day, once again, My Day is semi-understandable. He does, like, more than double the damage of Blade. He has more HP drain and higher HP in his Vendetta state, which leads to better HP drain than you would with Blade. But, like, outside, once you remove My Day from the duo DPS comp, it's like, whoa. Like, Blade? Like, ugh. I don't know about that one. I see Castris more as a sub DPS. I do not think Castris will be a sub DPS. I think it's like an incredibly low chance. So what the leakers were saying was that Castris would be a sub DPS alongside My Day, because My Day's high health and vendetta would be able to help her synergy quite a lot. And then you would just like both her and My Day would both do damage. But she also has Res Pen and all this other shit in her kit that people just automatically assume she was a sub DPS. But I don't think that's the case. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same damage or Castris does more, and she also has the supportive capabilities at the exact same time. Because once again, like, I have to stress this, the leakers did say hyper carry Castris is better than dual carry with My Day. Like, there's a decent chance Castris does more damage than My Day in hyper carry. Like, I'm just gonna say it how it is. One thing you guys need to realize: My Day cannot take full advantage of Sunday. He doesn't have a memo sprite. So, like, Castris, who can take full advantage of Sunday's, memo sprite plus character taking action, I do think with a Sunday hyper carry, Castris would be stronger than My Day. Yeah, I can see that, Irokumata, yeah. Like, if maybe if you don't run Sunday and you're using, like, Tribi or any other Harmony, maybe she's a sub DPS. But I think 100% with Sunday, it's hyper carry. Like, she's a main DPS and, like, hyper carry and all that. Especially with her Eidolons. Like, have you guys seen that E1 and E2? It's kind of nasty. Like, her E1 and E2 are really, really nasty in terms of, like, personal damage. Do you still plan to go for Tribi? On my main account, yes. On this account, no. So, Castris is Eidolons. Let me see if I can find it. So, E1, every time her Memo Sprite attacks, its damage increases by 50%, and it can stack up to 6 times. So you can get a total of a 300% damage increase on the dragon's damage. And then the E2 is after Castris uses ultimate, her action is advanced by 100%, and the next time she uses an enhanced skill, both Castris and the dragon's damage increases by another 100%. So E2 is 100% action advance with 100% damage increase on both Castris and the dragon. And then E1 has the possibility to give the dragon 300% damage bonus. E2 Dill power creep. Yep. E2 Dill power creep. Any news on her signature? I don't think so, no. No, I agree DPS Eidolons are bait. Like, they probably won't be, like, necessary at all to clear. But, once again, it's like, almost every new DPS has a better E2. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dill used to have the strongest E2. Then it was Acheron in 2.1. Then it was Firefly 2 patches later. Then it was Fei Shao 2 patches later. Then it was Herda 3 patches. Like, There's always a new character that's stronger at E2 all the time. Yeah. Like, it's not like you're losing out on, like, oh, I didn't pull for E2 Acheron or E2 Firefly, because in reality, the Eidolons just get stronger over time, anyways. Like, you're not missing out on anything. A quad Don Hung comp. Um, maybe. So you have Dill, you have Preservation, and then you have small Don Hung. Or not small, but like 4-star Don Hung. So you have a sustain, a main damage dealer, and a sub damage dealer. So all you need is Harmony Don Hung. Or like a support Don Hung. And then you'd be able to run mono Don Hung team. The fuck is Fire Don Hung gonna do anyways? Preservation unit. According to the leakers. Probably power creep Aventurine. Recent rerun leaks are saying that Aventurine is gonna rerun 2 patches before Don Hung. So if that's not a sign that Aventurine's probably gonna be, you know, I, I I hate saying power creep because whenever I say power creep, people think that means I'm saying the character is completely useless. But I mean, objectively, it is power creep. He's just gonna be better probably. If he's just Aven plus, no one will pull. They will pull. They will. Like, people said the same thing for Ling Sha. Gallagher plus. 10% better than Gallagher. Let's all be honest. That shit was nowhere near true. Let's all be honest, okay? That shit wasn't even close. Not to mention, the leakers have also said he has a fire summon similar to Ling Sha, meaning he's likely going to be able to do his own damage with a summon, and that's likely going to be his main selling point. We need more 4-stars badly. I think the only leaked 4-star currently is Rekka. And we're not getting Rekka until like a while, according to the leakers, like 3.3. Yeah, we're kind of struggling on the 4-stars, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that always happens, Shad. People are like, I don't need this character in that moment, not thinking ahead. And then when like time passes, it's like, oh fuck. I wish I pulled Aventurine for my Acheron or like other team. I wish I pulled Ling Sha so I can get through PF easier, or for my break team. Like it literally happens every single time without fail. Like every single time it happens. Like people need to understand, when you look at a sustain these days, unless you're using a max HP scaler, no one gives a shit about just pure healing and sustainability. Because if that were the case, limited sustains would be completely useless, and you could literally clear endgame with like Lynx plus Gallagher, right? Like, value in sustains usually has to do with what they do outside of sustaining. Not thinking patches ahead almost sounds as greedy and stupid. I mean, this is different though. Like, greedy and stupid Pokey was like, oh, you couldn't predict Robin would be the best Harmony in the game for an entire version. You couldn't predict Mono Quantum wouldn't be meta. You couldn't predict Sparkle wouldn't get a single new best in slot teammate outside of Dill. But like, I'm basically just saying, hey, look at the power creep patterns, pull smarter. That's basically it. Like, I'm not talking about a specific character or anything. It's like, I'm just gonna be honest. Sustains hold the least value for 90% of accounts. I mean, yeah, because most people want to run main DPSs. But if you wanted to run main DPS Ling Sha with Fugue, you literally could. Like, I'm pretty sure E1 S1 Ling Sha might be stronger than Firefly with Fugue, especially in Pure Fiction. Like, especially in Pure Fiction. Like, you can literally run Ling Sha as a main DPS, man. And Aventurine makes a pretty drastic difference in, what's it called? Against Hule and on the follow-up team. Three cost? I mean, yeah. Three cost, yeah. I know it's quite expensive, but like, this is a sustain, guys. Like, you have E1 S1 Ling Sha doing more damage than an E0 S0 Acheron in like every single previous main DPS in the game, unless you invest into their Eidolons or Lycone. Like, Ling Sha's going crazy, man. Like, just wait. Imagine if they make a sustain that doesn't have to rely on breaking toughness bar to actually do damage. Like, at that point, that sustain will 100% be a must pull. Like, you're just adding free damage to any team comp in the game. Aglaya is better than Huohuo with her sustainless team. See? There's that as well. Like, Huohuo's energy regen allows Sunday to get his ult off more often, allowing for even more energy regen for Aglaya. Like, there are some synergies with sustains that just go absolutely nuts in this game. It's an expensive team? Not really. Compared, like, if you look at Pride Win statistics, the majority of the player base actually pulls for either Eidolons or Lycone on at least one character. Like, a good majority of them do pull on that stuff. Like, you don't even need E1 Ling Sha. I was just using E1 Ling Sha as an example because it increases her toughness bar damage, and it, I think, applies 20% defense down whenever an enemy is broken. But like, E1 Ling Sha isn't necessary. I saw a content creator yesterday, Waveman. He used E0 Ling Sha with Jade, and he was able to clear like floor 12, running Jade plus Ling Sha DPS. I forget Ling Sha's in abundance. I was about to put an erudition like going on her before I realized. Oh yeah, exactly. Like, almost every time I watch someone run Ling Sha as a main DPS, I'm like, wait, something's wrong here. Like, almost every single time, my brain cannot comprehend a sustain being ran as a DPS, and I'm like, where's the DPS? Why is this guy running hyper carry? Is he stupid? Until I realize, like, moments later, like, oh, it's Ling Sha. Ling Sha's the one healing. Yeah, exactly. Like, almost every time without fail, it happens. E1 S1 Bubbin, man. What I'd do to have this on my main account for my facial comp. 10% better than Gallagher? Yeah. Like, I just don't take that seriously anymore, man. Like, I haven't listened. Okay, I know this is technically ironic because of me right? Like, I'm also a content creator. I have not let a content creator, like, sway my polling decisions since Sparkle. Ever since the Sparkle incident I had on my old account, I decided to stop listening to content creators who were like, "Oh, she's only slightly better. Oh, yeah, she's barely going to make a difference. You can skip her." Right? Sparkle, oh my god, Sparkle is game changing. Mono quantum meta. And then yeah, mono quantum is not exactly doing too hot these days. So yeah. If DPS Avin was an actual thing, I'd be doing that 24/7. Yeah. Avin was like the test, right? The test project where they decided to see like, oh, what if we gave a sustain, slight damage capabilities? What would happen? And then after that, they saw the success of it, and now we're 100% getting like every single sustain who does damage. Like, if we're all being honest, every sustain that comes out after Avin and Ling Sha, they're 100% doing some type of damage. Like, it's happening no matter what. Fun fact, Mono Quantum was never meta, at least a consistent meta. I agree. But the thing is, back when Sparkle released, like, Jing Shou was genuinely a top tier DPS. Do you know how insane it is to say that? Like, Jing Shou was genuinely a better option over some 5-star DPSs for clearing endgame content in a mono quantum team. Like, people were just, it is a bit hopium, but it was like close to the beginning of the game. So the hopium made sense. Like, we didn't really have any patterns to go off of. Xing Shou is crazy. I don't know how to say her name. I mean, I could just say QQ like other people do, but like, isn't it like Xing Shaw? Can I ask, do you think the perception of Star Rail currently will help tank the game? Um, what do you mean exactly by that? Like me making videos shitting on Star Rail and like other content creators calling out Star Rail's bullshit? The thing is, something people need to realize. A majority of this game's player base does not use social media or follow Honkai Star Rail stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, a good like 95% of this game's player base does not look at content for this game. But I do think some people are deterred after watching content creators' videos explaining what's wrong with these games. However, I do think at the same time, if you're letting a content creator have opinions for you, like, you should not be doing that in the slightest. Like, I have a lot of criticisms for this game, but I still enjoy it, right? Like, I literally got a comment in my last video when I was calling out the 2-patch rerun different shit. And I got a comment from someone like, oh, all you do is complain. Why don't you quit the game if it affects you that much? And it's like, it doesn't. It doesn't affect me. I have an E2 Herda. I'm not pulling for a reran character. It doesn't affect me in the slightest. The reason I'm making this videos is for other people and not me. The only thing that could save this game is the CN community? Yeah, pretty much. They only listen to the CN community, in all honesty. If the CN community complains, then they'll actually do something about it. Love means criticism too, yeah. Like, for example, ZZZ. ZZZ was a game I genuinely did not enjoy playing. So when I made criticism videos about it, and people told me to quit, I quit. Like, like people say I quit like it's a like you should quit like it's a gotcha moment, bro. If I get sick of a game, I'm fucking out of there. Okay, I'm out of there. I think HSR is kind of terrible. The end game doesn't. Yeah, I agree. I think the biggest problem with this game is content. In Genshin, even though the content isn't all that much, it's an open world game. So you get like enjoyability in the gameplay of just going around the regions. But in this game, the map is very like closed, right? The gameplay isn't exactly very mechanical, but instead more knowledge based. Like the more you're aware of what you have to do in this game, the better you are as a player. While in something like Wuwa or Genshin, rotations and rotation speed is what actually matters. So, it just depends on whatever people prefer more, I guess. The reason I like Honkai Star Rail personally is because this isn't my main game, right? If a gotcha game is your main game, I can 100% see you getting burnt out fast as fuck, right? But this is not my main game. This is like a side game I play on the side to just do quickly and enjoy in my own meantime. Which, for me personally, this game does its job perfectly. It could 100% do it better, especially when it comes to story quests for a new patch. I do think the cutscenes are actually really good, but once you go outside of the cutscenes, it's very bad. Like, I'm just gonna say it how it is. Yeah, Blad. Like, I made Rob and I speedran the story so confidently that I'd be able to get to level 100 in DU, but I just don't want to do it. I know I'm missing out on like 20 pulls by not getting to level 100 in Divergent Universe, but like, bro, like, I just can't make myself do that. It's too much. It's so boring too. Like, DU literally takes like 20 to 30 minutes every single run, probably. And you only go up like 2 or 3 levels. So I'm like, I'd literally have to do like 30 runs of Divergent Universe to finally get to level 100. I'm 100% not doing that shit. Just do it on auto. It's still like doing it on auto doesn't make a difference because I still have to be looking at the game and I have to move with my keyboard to like I have to have my PC on basically all the time and have my PC on only this game, which is what I don't want to do. Because I have other games, I have other friends I chill out with, or I just obviously don't even want to be on my computer or mobile device to begin with. Don't pick Blessing or anything, then I'll just die. And I'm not going to get any points. That's kind of the problem. My team on Rob is a little too weak to just brute force Divergent Universe. So that's like the actual issue. DU is easy, not with this shit of a team on Rob, no. Run it on Insight. I mean, does it make that much of a difference? Even then, I just don't want to, man. It giga buffs you, really? I like ZZ a lot, but I dropped it because I have enough with HSR. I know ZZ's, but yeah, exactly. Like, this is another thing. A lot of people clown me sometimes because I always say objective this and objective that whenever I might be talking about like another game or pull value or character design, and they're like, it's impossible for someone to be objective, and it's like no, like it's 100% possible. Like, in my opinion, Wuwa is a way better game than Genshin or HSR, but I quit Wuwa because I don't want to spend like too much time on multiple games at the same time, and I personally like HSR's like graphics, character designs, and that stuff more. But I can recognize when another game is better than the one I play. God, I wish I auto redid whatever you're farming so I don't have to come back every 30 seconds with doing dailies. Yeah. I hate manual farming in Woowa. Yeah, there's that as well. Like in HSR, you can just auto it. Like full auto is just so easy. I don't even have to be there. How long do you think a team S1 E1 Firefly E6 HMC Ruan Main E4 Gallagher will last? Um, I mean, probably a little while longer, in my opinion. I think the big game changer that you obviously do not have is E2. Like, Firefly's overall damage output becomes significantly higher with E2. E1, I believe, only gives her defense ignore and no longer consumes skill points. Yeah, pulling for S1 Firefly, not the E2, is a choice. However, I'm going to assume you maybe already had built up pity or a guarantee for the light cone. I'm not sure. Do you think the game will punish those who skip Tribby? Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not confident in saying it completely because the game didn't really punish anyone for skipping Sparkle. If anything, the game rewarded you for skipping Sparkle because then you had pulls for Robin. Like, I'm really iffy. Like, Sparkle is the worst limited harmony in the game. Like, I don't know. But the thing is, Tribby isn't exactly like a Sparkle situation because she's the most general buffer in the game with vulnerability and res pen, which applies to every type of damage in the game. And she's a team buffer at the exact same time. And she also does, obviously, her own damage. And she has the most broken E1 in the game. Like, it just comes down to, like, what teams you end up running. With War Armor and Erudition based content, I'm feeling it. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, this isn't going to last forever. Like, realistically, this type of, like, AoE content will probably go on for, like, 3 or 4 more patches at max. At some point, we will likely get, like, 3 target or even single target endgame again. Like, this type of, like, shilling never happens permanently. You know what I'm saying? It's like Firefly all over again with the triple break bosses that do damage to themselves when you break all 3 of them. Like, it's probably going to be that situation all over again. It's going to take a while, though, with no hunts. We are getting a hunt. According to the leakers, we are supposed to get 1 hunt character throughout the entirety of 3.x. So, that's what I'm basing my thing off of currently. That 1 hunt character being a limited banner and possibly running alongside or near Phanon, who is Destruction, which would mean single target or 3 target, endgame would be perfectly viable. It's gonna probably one of the Fate ones, maybe. I don't want my fart team to die. It hasn't even been that long since we got Fei Shao. The problem with hunt characters, like, okay, here's my opinion, right? almost always destruction characters are the best value in the entirety of the game, right? Acheron and Herda are currently like nearly better value because Acheron has Zhao Q and Herda I believe has something in her kit that makes her do more damage the less mobs are on field. Otherwise her single target and like lower target would be way worse. But destruction characters in most case scenarios are like the most universal characters in the entirety of the game. What are the chances that the fake collab 5-star is free? Zero. Literally zero. Like, I would literally like put my soul on the line. Zero. Like, do you have any idea how much money they're gonna make off of a 5-star saber? Like, let's all be honest. That might be the best selling banner in the entirety of the game. Like, they would never make her free, man. Yeah, the 4-star might be free or like on the banner, but like I don't see Saber being free at all. Something people need to understand is that this MOC is completely AoE targeted. Like if you look at Firefly in the last MOC, that girl was one of the only DPSs in the game that could 3 cost 0 cycles Farog. With like E00 Firefly, E00 Fugue, E00 Ruan Mei. Like she was literally one of the only DPSs actually able to do that. It's not that like obviously there is HP inflation, but it's not because of the HP inflation that Firefly feels so much worse. It's literally just the AoE shilling and the buff being worse. Like we went from trotters that did like 10% damage to all elites and bosses on field to a like what 20% energy regen or something like that as the like turbulence. Like it's complete dog shit. Like this entire MOC is literally just Aglaya and Herda shill. More so Aglaya, not that much Herda. Remember the free Sunday leaks? Yeah. I called bullshit on that the second it came out. No, exactly. 20% ER is like one of the most useless buffs we've ever had. My only problem with the fake collab is why is no one remembrance? I mean, I guess they just didn't want to do the master servant thing. Like they probably could have, like similar to Clara, but I guess they decided like, hey, we're kind of sick of this shit. Let's just sell the like character on their own and not with their master. Isn't FGO the worst gacha game in the modern era? I don't know, but I do know FGO has some of the most scummy pity rates, like on planet Earth. I think, like according to what I heard, like it's really fucking bad over there. That's all I know about the game, though. Yeah, Memo Sprite Action Advance 2, yeah, like it is literally just an Aglaya shell. This is why, like another reason why I went so hard for horizontal investment. Like why I said horizontal investment is better than vertical in most cases. Endgame will always shill like new big DPS drops, like almost always for a few patches, like every single time. Like my day's getting a 30% max HP buff while also getting HP in return every time he's hit in his MOC. This MOC, Aglaya and Herda shill. Last MOC was literally just for what's it called? Fugue. Because Fugue's ult was able to break the Trotters really easily. So break teams shined in the last MOC. Like, it's literally just whoever is newer performs better. Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking it. Like, if you like the game, you like the game. It doesn't matter how scummy they are to you. I mean, it is like a weird relationship, but if you like a game, it doesn't really matter about the characters. You know what I'm saying? I have not attempted MOC 11 or 12. Be right back. I'll have this in the background. We'll get my thoughts later in the teams. Uh, in my personal experience, MOC 10 was harder than MOC 11 and 12 because there was no mechanics, I believe, on either of the bosses. So, like, my Herda, genuinely the longest fight my Herda had in the entirety of MOC was against that, like, worse Nikador boss without the mechanics. Like, it took her 3 cycles because, like, it's literally just pure single target. Like, it's literally just single target. At least my day MOC will allow running a sustainless team easy. Oh yeah, that's true. There's also that as well. This one sucks so much I don't even want to finish it. Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do about it, man? Alright, guys. I think I've streamed long enough. Oh wait, no, I haven't even hit the 2 hour. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. I hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. I wish you all luck in the MOC. I wish you all luck with your polls maybe soon. Tribby, Anoxa, My Day, whoever you end up going for in the future. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.